Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Better Call Saul Season 6, Episode 13. This is the finale, right? Let me make sure. It's over, right? No, it is. Okay, yep, last episode. Yes, in case you have noticed, I shaved. I actually thought about finishing the series before doing it, but I had it on my mind at the time and I decided to do it. Just went with a long goatee, giving it a shot. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. But regardless, it's actually going to be kind of funny because this is going to start releasing on YouTube soon. And my other videos of me with my beer, or with this, is going to start releasing for, like, my active ones, because of the way I do my Patreon shows and everything. So I'm going to be releasing almost all of Better Call Saul on my channel with that full beard, and then and then at the end you'll finally see. It'll be like a while from now, but anyway, sorry. I know you guys don't care about this shit. I'm excited to watch this. We had a lot of Kim last episode. We saw her and Jimmy get their divorce. Jimmy was very indifferent, but then the future Jimmy wanted to try to catch up with her. She didn't really say much to him, didn't give him much of the time of day, just felt like guilty about everything that had happened and went and turned herself in for what happened to Howard. And, doesn't seem like anything's going to happen to her, or maybe not. Like, they said the prosecutor might not do anything because there's no physical evidence. We'll see. Her crying scene on the bus was phenomenal acting. She's always been an amazing actor through the whole show. So, but yeah, we left off with Jimmy being outed by Marion and had to run. So, I guess we're gonna see what happens to Jimmy. I did happen to see this episode title. It is called Saul Gone, which, that could mean a lot of different things, so I don't feel like it's too spoilery. So, let's jump into this episode, shall we? We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I do, however... This is a long one, by the way, guys, so... sit tight. So it's an hour and 9 minutes. Ah, the car. Reminiscing our desert scenes. Oh, the good times. Hey, they didn't recover all the money. I'm guessing some of that came out of the money Jimmy asked for. Oh, shit. We're flashing back to this? Huh. Much better than P. Yeah. I've heard that. You can't drink too fast, even if you're dehydrated. He's gonna get sick, isn't he? Ugh. Still like a little bit in there, too. Literally. Mike's such a good guy. Oh, Christ. Back to when his son was alive. Yeah. Back to the beginning, huh? When he was born, I'm guessing. 16, 17. Okay. First bride. I was gonna say, his son should have been 16. Hmm. He's trying to figure out how to make the most money. Not even thinking about going back and seeing family or anything. Yeah. Oh, Mike, so good. Yep. Man, what is that, like, pool of water for? Just in the middle of nowhere. I wonder what, like, it seems like it's coming to, like, the end of a recording kind of thing. Is that symbolizing, like, the end of the show? Is that what it's... Oh my god. Damn. She's really screwing him. Damn. I don't blame her, though. I am not mad at Marion. He's got some burner phones. Oh, shit. Well, they found him quick. Has he had an escape route planned? I mean, if he has a police radio, I feel like he must have some kind of plan in mind, right? It's actually a nice little place he had. It looked like it had like a in-between spot. I don't know if that was in between two different houses or like if they're apartments or whatnot, but and it had like a little grill there and everything. They're not busting out a helicopter to get him, are they? Or is it just a coincidence and he's paranoid? Oh, it's frozen, isn't it? He's gonna slip. Shit. He didn't slip. We're good. Actually, it might just be wet. It looked like when he stepped in it, it wasn't. It looked like it moved. Yeah, you could see the water behind him. I wonder, that hole in that fence, did he cut it in preparation? Like, is this all part of his plan still? Damn. The guy didn't hear that? Not this again. We've seen this before. The recyclables are right next to it, Jimmy. Just kidding. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a homeless guy in here? Just like, this is my dumpster. Damn, I feel like he's gonna be too hot for them, right? Doesn't look like he has a lot of money with him either. Is that enough? I wonder where he's gonna throw that trash away at. Sorry. I'll shut up now. Oh no. Oh, his diamonds. I see. Shit. How'd they... I guess he was making a lot of noise. Well, damn. He got. I guess we're gonna see what happens. I mean, I can imagine he gets out of this somehow, right? They're all looking at his stuff. I wonder what they have on him, right? I can't remember what he was in trouble for in Breaking Bad. Is it just laundering money? They were getting in all of his banks that he had money laundered in. Which, I mean, I say just, but it wasn't like murder, right? Is he hoping to get out? Okay, maybe not. Damn, okay. I was gonna say, is Jimmy gonna pull some shit and try to get out of this? There's no way. He would have done it sooner if he could have, I feel like. Disappointed that he was gotten by Marion. Yeah. He should have just let that one score go. If he would have been fine. Maybe. Leave the cancer guy alone. That is a tiny little cell they put him in. Why is he in this little cell? Is he gonna lawyer it up? Oh my god, is he calling this guy? You recognize the voice? Oh shit. He knows he's wanted and everything. I need a lawyer. A warehouse of evidence. Damn. Alright. We'll see what he's got. He kind of looks good with like the older look with like the thinner hair and everything. And oh fuck, dude. Damn. That was fuck, what was her name? Damn. They're so proud of themselves. Damn, what's her name? Yeah, it's Hank's wife. I know who it is. I just can't remember her name. It's not like... Definitely not like... No. Trying to remember Hank when he was angry in Breaking Bad, and he'd be like, "Shut up," and say her name. They stuck one of the other people in the back of the room. Damn. Gomi. It wasn't Saul that did it though, right? Okay, so just because he helped him, he's getting charged for those murders? 15 years each, right? Hmm. Look at that smug bastard. Like, don't get me wrong, I somewhat think that Jimmy needs to pay for his crimes and stuff. But you don't have to be so smug about catching a criminal. I don't know. So how does he try to spin this? He's playing the victim card. Hmm. Ugh. It's the first time they said his name in this entire show. Man, this would help if I rewatch Breaking Bad. Shit. He sold that shit pretty good. Hmm. Damn. So he's not even faking it. Yeah, he didn't even fake it. I thought he was gonna keep faking it in front of them, but no, he's just... I just need just one juror to believe it. Son of a bitch. What the fuck is her name? It's not like Marianne, right? For some reason, that's like the only name that keeps coming into my like head, but it just sounds so wrong. But for some reason, it's the only one that comes in. I just wanted to say it before I go and look it up later, because I'm pretty sure it's not that. 3 through 9. Shit. How much? What? He's only getting 85 to 90 months? I mean, I guess that is still 7.5 years. Huh. Oakley hasn't said shit. I wonder if there's someone there that we know. You are just pushing it, Jimmy. Hmm. What? I mean, Jimmy knows a lot of shit. Oh. She already reported. Damn. Damn. Yeah, Jimmy, you gotta take it. You gotta take it, buddy. That's the best you're gonna do. Man. I would not do good with that. I don't do good with noise while I sleep. At least not constant. Or, like, it has to be, like, constant, like an air conditioner or a fan is fine, but just every now and then someone, like, rolling around in their cot above me, if I was in, like, the bunk bed stuff. Oh, we're back! We're back! We're back! Back! I thought his hair looked different. he looks so badass. His, like bald head and goatee. Not just because I am now bald with a goatee. I wish I had, like, the hair that goes all over this. Like, I don't have as much here as I wish I had. I'm jealous of guys like that. Ah. So he asked this question to Walter first. Wait, no. No. He would have asked Mike first. The desert thing with Mike happened before this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm jumping all over the place. Are they locked in here, or are they just hanging out? I can't remember this part. Hmm. Yeah. Really thinking about it. I do remember that. They got super rich. Well, he didn't get super rich, but his friends did, is what I mean. Yes. Damn. My reaction might have been a little early to that. I apologize. I have subtitles up, so I was able to read it faster than he said it. Which is why I was like, damn. Jeez. That's a regret. You hurt your knee. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, oh, shit. That was enough. That's all he had to say. So you were always like this. Shit. I can't remember when they were stuck down there. Were they imprisoned by someone, or... Man. If only I would have known. I would have tried to rewatch Breaking Bad before getting to this point. I didn't know it would tie in so much. He fly into his prison of choice. Hmm. Interesting. Is he gonna fuck Kim over? Oh. Ah. But I don't know if she's gonna. Okay, maybe she is. Salty. He didn't give him shit, did he? Or did he? I don't know enough. Taking the testimony to the widow. Uh-oh. Did he just think of something? Hmm. Is he gonna sell Kim out for ice cream in the end? They're hiding the handcuffs so they don't freak people out? Is that what they're doing? They even get a space between them, that's nice. Oh, shit. Are we gonna see her get arrested because of the shit Jimmy did? Is this Jimmy's revenge for her going to the police? Good old Red Lobster. One of my friends was just talking about that today, actually. Irrigation pipe fittings. The most interesting thingy in the world. I don't know why I said that. Watering your world since 1978. What are you up to, Kim? Is this the... This isn't the nail salon, is it? I mean, she shouldn't live in that area anymore, right? So I don't think so. It just looks like it's redesigned. But, I mean, there are about 5 million shops that are this shape, you know? With full glass windows in front and stuff, so... Free... Legal... it's a lawyer office? Does she know who Kim is? Uh... Damn. That easy, alright. I guess I'm not getting paid, you don't need to fill out paperwork, right? Alright. Making herself feel like her old self a little bit. Oh, okay. I mean, I knew who it was, but interesting that it's not official. Hmm. Damn, right when she was trying to get, like, maybe back into things a little bit, the things she loved. What are you doing, Jimmy? Come on. It's not bad, is it? I hope they're debating us and it's something, like, that helps Kim. Look at that suit. Why do I think it's gold? Even though I can't see color right now, I just imagine him wearing a gold suit. Oh, is she here? Damn. Alright. We still got some time left. We're actually getting close to when the episode normally ends, so I was looking at the time and I was like, we're probably gonna end soon, aren't we? But that's right, there's extra time. We get like 20 more minutes probably. You gonna be able to rat her out in front of her face for ice cream? Okay, I guess so, probably. If that's what he's doing. Or he's taking a hit for himself to help Kim. Do something for someone else in the end. Could it be? Could he do it? Are they gonna say Marie? Marianne. I was kinda close. That could be her full name. Oh. I'm gonna question why it was reduced so much and choosing location and everything. She's like in a crosshair, kind of. Shit. Oakley even said, don't worry. What are you playing at, Jimmy? Poor Oakley. Because the note said, "Don't worry," she always like follows the code. He's given this again. I mean, they all heard this already, so. Oh shit. Oh shit. Is he confessing? Oh shit. He's sabotaging. This guy's like, damn. He's gonna bring Oakley down with him. I think he's trying to help Kim. We had those two scenes about regrets and time machines. Alright, Jimmy. Probably. Or he would have had another lawyer do it, maybe. I don't know. Jesus. Damn. Poor Oakley, man. I kind of feel bad for him. Damn. Ah, the electricity! Clever show. Damn. That's so good. Damn. Alright. She did it and then he did it, you know? They both confessed to their crimes. They let it all out. Are we back in time? We have color. They brought him back! Oh. I'm gonna cry. Even though he was kind of an asshole too. But families are complex. He got the actor back for the finale. When he had his electricity problem. Hmm. Uh. His adherence for the law is admirable. Oh. Trying to reach out a little bit, it seems like. Maybe. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, with Chuck, it always kind of does come down to, you know, H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. Damn. Rest in peace, Chuck. But I mean, it does. I mean, even that conversation, once again, they brought him back, but it wasn't for like a I'm sorry sort of thing, you know? It was like, or like, obviously, I know that was a flashback, so it makes sense that their relationship would be this way, but it still came down to Chuck trying to get Jimmy to not be a lawyer, you know, once again. Like, as much as I missed Chuck and he was an interesting and complex character, he's still, you know, even when we see him again, he still has a little bit of that, like, why are you doing this, you know? Why don't you pick a different line of work than what I love? Alright, maximum sentence, probably, I imagine. Poor Oakley offered to have his, you know, his big shot at defending Saul Goodman, getting this amazing deal for him, all blown up. What? How does this guy know that he was looking at him? What? Oh shit. He knows him. Yeah. Oh shit. He's gonna be famous in there. I mean, at least he was a defender, not a prosecutor, right? No! Oh, wait. Never mind. They all just know him. Okay, I'm sorry. I got excited for no reason. I apologize. Oh my god, are they gonna break out? What? Why? I don't think they're gonna break out, right? There's no way. I mean, maybe. He smiles. Damn. Alright. We going back to the freaking... Oh, never mind. He's working in the kitchen. Okay. I was like, is he at Cinnabon again? No, he's just baking bread. Is it Kim? I don't feel like it'd be Oakley. Oh, nice. At least, you know, I mean, he was a defense attorney, right? He helped people stay out the best they can, so... I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't hate him. It's like prosecutors that they hate because they're the ones that put them away, right? So... sorry, I freaked out earlier because all I heard, I couldn't, like, hear the rest of what he said, but I just heard, yo, and I was like, obviously that makes me think of Jesse Pinkman. So I thought, like, somehow Jesse was, like, on there with him, and I was like, how did that happen? But no. Then I heard the voice after, and I was like, oh. It was definitely not even close to Jesse. Ah. She never resigned from the bar? I thought she did? Oh, no, she did, but she still used the card. It doesn't say on the card that, like, there's no expiration date on the card, so she faked her way in here. I get it. Don't worry. I'm not dumb. That doesn't seem like it's supposed to be allowed. How do you not have someone... I guess attorney-client privilege stuff. They're gonna lean against the wall. That's what they used to do. Is she nervous to be around him? Or just shaky in general? Damn. 86 years. I mean, he's definitely not living. I mean, I guess getting out on good behavior, maybe. I've seen crazier things, but he'd be very old by then, I think. Yeah. Alright. Laundry. That's what he's in for laundering. I get it. I'm just kidding. It says laundry on that roof, in case you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Did they really, like, mark the roofs with what the different parts of the prison, like, are for? Why would you mark the roof? I wonder. Maybe it's so, like, if they need air support and they need to, like, land on a certain part, they can be like, we need a helicopter on laundry of this prison or something. No. He did the right thing in the end. And that's it. Damn, what a finale, guys. I was, like, all over the place. Like, I didn't know he was gonna get grabbed in the end, you know? I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. I know he was gonna get away, and it was gonna be kind of like a Walter ending, where he's just off somewhere living, you know? But yeah, that was... I like it. I do, because it kind of sends a good message, right? Where we had Breaking Bad, where on one side Walter just gets away with it, kind of, you know. Obviously, he's not living his best life. He's separated from his family. He's stuck, like, if I remember correctly, that ended with him just being in, like, a cabin out in the woods, right? If I remember correctly, I think. Man, I have such a bad memory. I can't quite remember exactly, like, where it ends for him, you know? But this year we have Jimmy at the very least, taking the name McGill back, apologizing, basically not really apologizing, but coming clean with, the things that he has done and serving. He probably could have stuck with it and only had 7.5 years, but what would he have had after? He gave that speech before, which we've heard him give, like, those, like, pity party speeches of, like, oh, I have nothing, and all that. Like, he said the first time in that room in front of Marie the first time, and he was like, I just need one juror to buy it, like, that whole thing. I figured he was just playing him, but maybe some of it hit home where he was saying, I have nothing, like, he takes these 7 years and he gets out, and then what? I mean, I guess he'd be free. If you're a convicted felon, is it possible to practice law again after? I don't know. Like, I don't want to use another TV show as as legal, like, truth and stuff like that, because who knows if that show is accurate. But there was a character that went to jail and then got out early. I don't think he had his record expunged or anything, and then he got onto the bar. So I think if you are a criminal, you can be on the bar. Now, we know that Jimmy was arrested before he ever became a lawyer, but we know that Chuck, like, took care of it, and we think that he had it, like, off his record. So I don't know if that would, like, I don't think that is enough evidence. But I guess, like, could he have started a law practice again in 7 years if he wanted to? Probably not, I'd assume. But I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter anyway, because obviously he didn't go that route. We got to see Chuck again, which was fantastic, but it was just kind of like another reminder of, taking a different path kind of thing was brought up. And, we had the whole time machine thing and the several scenes about regrets and all that, and each and every time Jimmy didn't show really any regrets, but, in the end, he did. And it took, Kim was the one person in his life that was close enough to spark that kind of change. I even think Kim is partially the reason why Jimmy became a lawyer in the first place, because if you remember, there was a flashback to Jimmy working in the mailroom, and, like, her and Chuck and all that were talking about, like, the law and admiring it, and Jimmy couldn't really follow what they were talking about. And then all of a sudden Jimmy goes from there and walks into the law library they had there. So I think that's what sparked him. I think he wanted to be able to have those equal conversations about the law in front of Kim and everything. Like, Kim's been that, sometimes they say it only takes one person in your life to get you to change, and I think for Jimmy, Kim was that person. Like, he heard that she turned herself in and confessed to the crimes, and I think part of that resonated, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, we got to see Marie, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it makes sense that she'd be there, since this is one of the people that are, indirectly responsible for Hank's death. I mean, obviously, if I was Marie, I'd be angry at Jimmy, right? Which, I mean, I guess she didn't blame him, right? Like, she was pissed at him, and she said, you're the reason the parasite, two-faced bastard that killed my husband got away, right? So, yeah, she never really blamed him, but she was angry at him. So I don't have any fault with Maria's thoughts there. I was trying to think about it, and I was like, do I disagree with Marie being as angry as she was? But no, I think it's fine. Because he is very indirectly, like, I mean, sure, he laundered the money, but it's not like like, I can't remember all of Breaking Bad, so I can't say for sure, but I don't think they were like, I don't think Walter was like, oh, I'm gonna go kill 2 DEA agents, and said that, like, uh, in front of Jimmy, or Saul Goodman, however you want to call him. But yeah, I also like how this summary says Jimmy's worlds and identities converge in one final showdown. I didn't read that before, but that's interesting because we did kind of have Jimmy McGill here, like, confessing to the sin, but starting with, you know, Saul Goodman, who was trying to weasel out of it. It was kind of like those two personas, like, combating each other in the end. So that's a cool thought. But sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, like, I'm trying to think of an example, right? Like, I don't know that Jimmy should have been charged for the deaths of, like, I guess it's like they called it what? It was like an accomplice after the fact or something, I think is what they call it. Something like that, where Jimmy knew it happened, knew that they were killed, and still helped Walter get away with it. So I guess an accessory after the fact. That's what it is. Not what I said the first time. Accessory after the fact. So yeah, I mean, I guess, damn, 15 years. I mean, I'm just trying to think if, like, I guess it depends on the degree, right? Like, how much of an accessory after the fact were you? Like, if you're a getaway driver to someone killing people, I definitely think that you should be in trouble. If you just knew about it, I don't know, I would, like, I kind of, like, understand why they dropped his charges down to 7 years after what he said, because, in a way, if there is someone capable of doing the things he did, you know, like, Jimmy went off on a rant about all of the things, like the people killed in, like, 7 different prisons or whatever, or however that was, all, like, throat slit around the same date and all that. Like, it's pretty easy to look into that stuff and see. And so, I mean, I get it. I do. It's certainly, I can see why they reduced the sentence and everything, because if he would have sold that to a jury, it's possible that there could have been one holdout that was like, yeah, man, I'd be scared shitless if I worked for someone like Walter White too, and just using, like, the fear of Walter White to get himself off. So, I mean, but do I really think what Jimmy did, just kind of, like, helping him get away a little bit? And I mean, I guess Walter did do, like, the Hoover Max thing, right? The vacuum cleaner, which was given by Jimmy. So there were a lot of things that Jimmy helped with the running aspect of Walter White. So, yeah, I think he probably does deserve the sentences that he got for that. Now, money laundering, obviously, yes, like, that's clear. That's what he actually did. But I was just trying to, like, rationalize in my head if he deserves 15 years, I guess technically 30 years total, because it's 15 per account, which it was both Hank and Gomez, you know? So, but anyway, I kind of already mentioned it, but we had, like, the desert scene again flashing back, and, you know, the purpose of that was for that time travel thing where we saw Mike saying the regrets that he has, and then we had the same thing with Walter, when I don't remember that scene from Breaking Bad. I know that whole scene wasn't actually there, but I imagine there was the point where he was stuck in that, like, wherever they were. I don't remember when that was, but I apologize. But yeah, like, they're in this room together, and Jimmy pulls out that same thing, and we even have Walter, like, I guess indirectly by changing that past, he would have been able to change the future. Like, I was gonna say, I'm surprised Walter, like, didn't regret what he did. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Walter was never one that really regretted what he did, so I shouldn't say that. It's not that surprising. But, like, he didn't try to change anything about, like, losing his family and stuff. Granted, I don't remember exactly where this was, how far into Breaking Bad he was at that moment for that scene, but basically what I'm trying to say is Um, I'm surprised he didn't talk about the whole meth thing and all that as his regret rather than, you know, backing out of that company. But if he stayed with that company, he would have had a ton of money, which means he would have never had to do the meth stuff, which means he would have had the money and the family still. Like, he would have had the best of both worlds that he was trying to have. And most likely, anyway. Obviously, who knows what the future could have had. Like, maybe the money would have made him like a shittier person if he had it the whole time, and maybe him and Skylar wouldn't have lasted, you know? So, but yeah, definitely interesting. And then also, I like the tie-in to talking the way he spoke to Chuck, and then also having the, you know, H.G. Wells time travel book left there on the counter for him, which just like brings all of that around to like why we had all those flashbacks, and, you know, bringing up the idea of regrets into that scene too. And, you know, obviously one of the last things he confessed to was the way he treated his brother to the point where he killed himself, which, you know, after it happened, Jimmy kept blaming on Howard, but this was like the first time he felt responsible for it. And yes, I think Jimmy's like, I think Chuck had his own issues. I don't know that I would say Jimmy is entirely responsible for what happened to Chuck, right? But I can understand why Jimmy has regret towards the way all that played out. So, but yeah, it kind of sucked. I mean, it worked out for Kim because I felt like that actually helped her in the end with Jimmy confessing and everything. But she was just starting to do like the free legal aid. She was kind of getting back into her comfort zone after everything. She confessed to, you know, the things that she's done, so she was probably feeling a little bit better and feeling like maybe she can be happy again. And that's probably why she started doing like the free legal aid kind of thing, because, you know, we know that she's loved just helping people for the last few seasons at the very least. So, so yeah, like that was, but then getting that phone call of like, you know, Jimmy's gonna confess to something that's gonna affect you, and I was wondering if they debated us with that, like, is it gonna hurt her? And maybe it would have if he went another way. Maybe Jimmy thought of two ways. Maybe Jimmy thought of one way and Saul thought of another way, and but in the end, he ended up going with the confession, which probably freed Kim even more than she was before. But poor Oakley, man, trying to make his way with his own practice. He got out of the little shitty government job that he had before and was trying to make his own practice. Jimmy comes to him with like, this is a catch of a century, you know? You'd be stupid to pass this up, and talks him into it. Gets, you know, Jimmy manages to talk them into this like amazing deal. It probably would have looked really good on Oakley's record. Like, he might have gotten like a ton more clients if it was like, oh, this guy got Saul off with only 7 years for what should have been 190 years, you know? Like, that could have been huge for Oakley. But then Jimmy just ruins it all. Probably, that whole thing probably ruined Oakley's reputation even more. And, you know, well, I say even more. I shouldn't say that, because I don't know if his reputation was ruined to begin with. But, you know, who knows? Maybe his practice even went under after that. We don't really know. But when Jimmy was confessing to the stuff about Chuck, it cut to the exit sign with and you could hear like the humming of the electricity, which is just like a callback to Chuck, and it was just a spark of genius, I feel like, for the show to do that, even though it's something that's like so simple in that moment after so many seasons. I don't know if I would have thought of doing it in the end, you know? Especially when they decided to have like a Chuck scene later on anyway. It's like, oh, well, they're already getting a Chuck scene. We don't have to do anything else. But like, whoever thought of that, I just feel like is just like, well done. Like, that was fantastic. But yeah, 86 years. I mean, with good behavior, what is Jimmy? Jimmy's probably 40s, late 40s, I'd imagine. If he has like good behavior and, you know, he didn't actually kill someone, I could see him getting out in half the time, maybe a little more than half the time. I don't know enough about the legal system. I don't really know how often people get off, like how many years they get off, you know. So maybe I'm completely wrong on that note, but yeah, 86 years is pretty crazy. So I mean, if he did get half of that off, that'd be 43 years. If he is, you know, he could be out in his 80s or 90s if he lives that long, you know. But yeah, it's a I really, you know, the more I think about it, the more I talk about it, the more I love the finale to this, because it's a finale. It's not like, oh, he's still out there, does he ever get caught, kind of thing. And two, like, Jimmy's had that problem with, like, not owning up to the things that he's done through the whole show, right? Pretty much. And even, I mean, like, I already said it, but the whole thing with Chuck and getting rid of his malpractice insurance and the things that he kind of, like, paved the way to start the feud between Howard and Chuck, and to the point where Chuck couldn't be a lawyer anymore, and then ended up ending it and everything. So, and he blamed Howard for how long through the season, and then, you know, finally admits that it was him. So it felt like a good end for his character, and I'm glad he's not being, like, harassed in prison. Like, it seems like, at least for the most part, majority of people there are pretty chill with him, you know. So that's nice too. But the show as a whole was amazing. Like, it's pretty crazy because I watch a lot of anime, so I'm used to, like, a lot of action and crazy shit happening. And there was a lot of crazy shit happening in this one, but it wasn't like same with Breaking Bad, where it's like, it's not like we're watching, like, crazy fights like in, like, Game of Thrones or anime and stuff like that. It's not like we're in some kind of, like, sci-fi world or something. It's just like, you know, Breaking Bad is just this guy who ends up making meth, and we just see him, you know, become like a criminal lord kind of thing. And then, you know, Better Call Saul, we have just this guy being a lawyer who, you know, was a lot of fun in it's actually interesting because the character was really funny and entertaining in Breaking Bad, but then going into Better Call Saul, it was like really opening up that can of worms and learning, like, the history of that character and all the people around him that led him to where he was in Breaking Bad. It's like, it's a lot more somber, because when he goes into next time I watch Breaking Bad, I'm gonna think about how, like, he probably has, like, divorced Kim at that time, or was around that point, kind of thing. Like, and he has, like, nothing left, right? Like, his brother's gone, Howard's gone, you know, Kim's gone, like, and almost like his, like, flamboyant kind of Saul Goodman, like, funny, cocky attitude is just kind of his cover for probably what is a very sad person underneath. So, I feel like I'll look at it differently when I watch Breaking Bad now. And it's not really what I expected from Better Call Saul. I thought it was going to be more, like, upbeat and funny, but honestly, I think that probably would have got boring, whereas this was, like, very exciting and interesting. We had awesome characters like Nacho, and obviously having, like, the younger, seeing, like, things with Mike before they, like, how he got intertwined with Gus, seeing Gus was cool. Like, seeing how Hector got in the wheelchair. Like, there were so many cool, like, side storylines that I was interested in, so many of them. You know, when the show first started, I didn't think Nacho was going to be such an integral character, but by the time we lost him, I was like, damn it, I gotta watch the rest of the show without having this guy around. That sucks. He was, like, such a good guy, but, like, kind of like what Mike said to his dad. Like, he's such a good guy, but just got wrapped up in the wrong shit. And it sucks. But we never saw Tuco again. I kind of thought there was going to be a moment where he got out of jail and we'd see some of his antics before this show ended, but no, they took care of him, and they took care of him. You know, it was like he's done for the show. I wonder if they wanted to do something with him but couldn't get the actor back for it. I don't know, but it's certainly interesting. But yeah, it was a great show. 6 seasons. It went by real quick. It really did. It feels like I just started this show not too long ago, but you know, we're looking at 63 episodes, I think. I think there were 10 every season, right? I believe up until this one where there was 13. So, yeah, I mean, that's over a year of watching Better Call Saul since I only do one a week. It's pretty crazy. But I gotta figure out what I'm gonna watch next now, guys. So keep an eye out for that. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, check out my Patreon. There's gonna be a whole bunch of live action shows, whatever replaces this. I don't want to say anything because I'm unsure. I still need to like make that decision. But yeah, make sure you check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below, where you can get access to a bunch of live action shows or one long show. I don't know. It depends on what I'm watching next. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, something that has 6 or so seasons where by the time we get to this point in this show, that one will have that many episodes out, or it'll be multiple shows that only have like 1 or 2 seasons or something. We'll see. But I have a whole like slew of shows that I want to do, and it's just a matter of deciding which one I want to do next. So check that out if you're interested in more content from me. It supports me and what I do here. I very much appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button is a free way to support what I do. Gets me closer and closer being able to get a little bit of ad revenue and stuff like that, because you know you need a bunch of subs and all that to get that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.